Hello and welcome to a brand new Pokemon Showdown team building guide. This time we are here with one of the best shell smashing Pokemon ever to be introduced. We're once again continuing with the Gen 7 theme. We have another Gen 7 Pokemon here. We have Minior Violet. Most importantly, it is Violet, okay? That's a very important note that we cannot forget. The Violet form gives it extra damage, okay? Totally not a scam. And we have a set in mind because this thing, at the moment, it's a little bit of a one-trick pony. It can only really shell smash. However, it can definitely run some other sets. It can run physical, it can run special, it can run mixed in my opinion, because its attack stats do go to base 100s when its ability changes, which I will get into after we go through the little shell smashing set and the move coverage and all of that. But the ability I'm going to cover last because it is a crazy ability that gives it some incredible benefits that most Pokemon do not get. So, first of all, White Herb, obviously we're running White Herb, this is probably the most simple thing to explain on the set. When we Shell Smash, our defenses don't get lowered, which is nice because defenses are pretty good to start off with. I will say to start off with, because the ability, and yeah, we'll get into that. But we are running Acrobatics, because this thing is a rock flying type, so we get Stab, Acrobatics, when the White Herb procs, that's a base 110 move, with Stab, Shell Smash up, place 100 attack, it's doing some insane damage. We are running Rock Slide because we are a fast Pokemon, believe it or not. This little Meteor, he's good to go. He's got Rock Slide, so he can get the flinch chance. Base 75, you know, it's just a strong attack, nice rock coverage. And we are also running Earthquake for the things that resist rock and flying, aka Steel types. Mainly for Steel types, and for any Xurkitrees that want to be running around, we can Earthquake them and get them the hell out. Because Scarf Xurkitree is so damn common at the moment. So damn common. Every team I fight has a Scarf Xurkitree, and whew, it's annoying. So we'll get into the ability. Now, shields down means it starts off a little bit different to how it's going to end up when it's below half health. It starts off in this form, Minior Meteor form, with like the nice brown, you know, he's not pretty yet. He's not Violet, he's not pretty yet, it's not good. So, we start off with base 100s in our defenses, which is lovely. It's a lovely defense, it's pretty tanky overall, it can live a hit, which is why we're always safe to get the Shell Smash off, which is why we can run White Herb and not Focus Sash, that sort of stuff. So we're pretty tanky to start off with. But it's more than that. It's not just the stats that change. When it is in the shield form, it can also not be statused, which is crazy. So we have a Pokemon, I'm just going to quickly go over this form. We have a Pokemon that is base 100 defenses, can learn Cosmic Power, so you can buff those defenses if you want to use the defensive form as a tank, which is crazy. You can then activate the shields down form, which is where its stats will change to these stats, so its attack and defense will swap basically, and its speed will double. Which is why we have this EV spread, because this will outspeed, naturally, without a Shell Smash, Adamant Mega Metagross, which is crazy, because that's fast. That's a base 110 speed Pokemon, so 110 speed Pokemon that are a modest or adamant nature, or just not plus speed, you will outspeed them without a Shell Smash up. With a Shell Smash up, though, we're going to like 656 attack, 640 speed, which 640 speed, honestly, if anything outspeeds you after that is priority. And we also have 80 points into our HP, because that way we can lift that first hit a little bit better. Because I did find that running at no HP was a little bit more risky. You got taken to a lot lower, priority off, and then knocked me out. Whereas with this, honestly, I've lived the Bullet Punch, so I mean, that's all I need to say. It was from a very weak Pokemon, but I lived the Bullet Punch, that's all that matters. So, that Mika set is absolutely amazing. It's called Mika the Minior, I don't know why, I just liked the name. So, building defensively around it isn't too difficult. Rock Flying is not the worst type in the world. We have to worry about water types, electric types, rock and ice types. I'm mainly worried about rock, ice, and electric, especially electric. So I would really like to pick up a ground type because, as I said, Scarfed Xurkitree is so damn common at the moment. Honestly, every single team is running a Scarfed Xurkitree. We may run a Scarfed Xurkitree, but that would be for a different reason. We probably won't run a Scarfed Xurkitree, actually. I have a different set in mind for Xurkitree, one that I really want to try out. It's going to be crazy, that's what I'm going to say. So, ground type Pokemon, honestly, Palossand, yes. Defensive ground types, there are not many at the moment, because most of the good defensive ground types, like Hippowdon, for example, Gliscor, they aren't out yet. Those are the two that I would really say are the best defensive ground types. There are a couple of others, like Steelix isn't terrible, but Gliscor and Hippowdon aren't out yet, so we're going to go with either Palisand or Mudsdale. Palisand gets recovery, therefore I think it's a little bit better for defensive. Although stamina is definitely nice. We're going to run a Palisand. We're going to have that Water Compaction, because why not? We get hit by a Water-type attack, our defense is double, that sounds lovely. We will give you Leftovers, because you are going to be defensive. And you have a nice special attack stat. You remind me a lot of Slowbro, not going to lie. These stats remind me a lot of Slowbro stats. What are Slowbro stats? Hang on, I have to compare them now. Yeah, you are basically a Slowbro, but your typing is different. Like, look at how similar these stats are, honestly. Oh my god. They're so similar. That's crazy, that's actually crazy. Either way, we're not running a Slowbro, it's just going to be left there. We're running pretty much max HP. We'll have 1 point off because we don't want to... In fact, no one even has Stealth Rocks yet. We're running max HP, we're running max defense. We're running 4 points into our special attack, which is lovely. We're going to be a bold nature, so we get that extra defense. We're making this thing as defensive as we possibly can. We're giving him the Shadow Ball. We're giving him the Earth Power for a stab. We're going to be running Toxic on this thing, and we're going to be running HP Restoring move, the move Shore Up, which is not a bad move. This is new, so I will quickly explain it. Basically, it's just, think Morning Sun, the way Morning Sun works. If you're in the sun, you gain extra HP, but with this, if you're in the sandstorm, you gain extra HP. If there's a different weather up, then I think it's 25%. If there's no weather up, it's 50% healed. So it's a pretty good move for sand teams. We're going to run the Shore Up because it's the only recovery it gets, so we may as well run it. And we'll run the Toxic for whittling down any Pokemon. This can kind of deal with Toxapex. If the Toxapex is full defensive, like not running Liquidation, even if it's running Liquidation, we can fight it, because we'll get the defense buff. So this can deal with Toxapex, which is lovely. Because Earth Power will do a pretty good amount. If it's a stockpiling Toxapex, then it's going to be a little bit more difficult to deal with, but we will have another Pokemon for that, which we will get to later. So, I kind of have an idea of one Pokemon that I want to run on this team. That's why I'm saying think for later. So yeah, we're going to work on the core first though. So we need a specially defensive Pokemon to pair with this Palisand, which is going to be called Palisand, because I'm the worst when it comes to nicknames, and I just like changing one letter and having a new name. So, specially defensive, we definitely need something to take a Water-type attack, 100%. Ice is also very scary. Water and Ice, so a Water-type would be nice. Water-type would definitely be nice. Water-type would probably be the best. Or a... No, I really think a Water-type would be the best. Water-type, especially defensive. Araquanid is amazing, don't get me wrong. Tapu Fini is amazing. Toxapex is amazing. All of those Pokemon are great. It's wondering if there's anything slightly different we could run to be... Just to be different, really. Just to be different. Because I'm kind of tired of Toxapex. I've seen so many Toxapex. Milotic would also be good. In fact, Milotic would be great. Alolan Muk would also not be bad, just because of how naturally tanky it is, and it's a fun Pokemon to use. We would also have Pelipper's been buffed, but it's not good specially. Primarina is not what I'm looking for. Tapu Fini is better. I think, just because I don't want to run Tapu Fini or Toxapex right now, because, let's be honest, you see them so often, no one really needs to see them anymore, we are going to run an Alolan Muk. Yeah, we're going to run Alolan Muk, because I'm pretty sure normal Muk gets stockpiled, so I don't see why this one wouldn't. It does get stockpiled, that's all I need to see. That's all I need to see. We can give it Black Sludge Recovery, we can give it... Yeah, Power of Alchemy does not take the opponent's ability of that feint, so we are going to stick with Poison Touch, because that allows Poison Jab to reach, I think, a 51% chance to poison. Pretty sure that's the number. Could be wrong on that. We could also run Knock Off, which is still a very, very powerful move. And we can also run Shadow Sneak for priority if we want to, or we could run something else. We could run Toxic. Toxic never misses when used by a Poison type, so I mean, that could be fun. That could be fun. We could also run... I don't know what else. I really don't. There are lots of things that we could run. We could test some things. We could definitely test some things. We do have the stockpile. There are a lot of Z status moves that can be used. So, like, if you want to run a Z move, then you can. Like, you could run Z move stockpile. That heals a ton of health up, which is always nice. But I think we are just going to run the Shadow Sneak to KO things if they're very low. Muk is not a weak Pokemon by any means. This is also here because it can deal with Tapus. If you are encountering any problem on your team that you just can't kill Tapus, they're causing you a lot of trouble, grab an Alolan Muk, because Poison Jab from an Alolan Muk is a 2-hit KO on Tapu Fini and a 1-hit KO on everything else when it's adamant. So, in case you're wondering, that is very, very strong. We're going to be running pretty much max HP. We'll run a tiny bit into our special defense. It's going to be slightly specially defensive. Obviously not the most specially defensive Pokemon you've ever seen in your life, but I mean, it can take a special hit. It can deal with Tapus. So we are going to name you Muk backwards because I am really original with my names, and this name is... Oh, what am I doing? Oh, what am I doing with these names? We don't talk about the names, okay? We worry about the sets, not the names. Simple. Okay, we're fine. We're absolutely fine. So, the Pokemon I want to run, yes, it's Xurkitree, which, I mean, everyone has seen plenty, okay? Everyone has seen this Pokemon enough to know what it does. This crazy special attack stat. You know, the only thing that hinders it is its speed, so most people run Choice Scarf. Now, I'm going to not run Choice Scarf. We're going to be running a little bit of a different Pokemon here. We're going to be running a very interesting Xurkitree set. That's all I'm going to say, because we are running Rain Dance. And for those of you that do not know why the hell we are running Rain Dance, first of all, it allows us to hit 100% accurate Thunders. So we're running Thunder on this set, which is crazy as it is. That's a very, very powerful move to be running. We're going to be running Hidden Power Water to deal with any ground types that want to switch into us. Okay, so you're thinking, why? Why would you do this and not just Scarf it? And we're going to give him a Waterium Z. Now. This is a little bit crazy, I know, but if you use Waterium Z, Rain Dance, you get a speed boost. So, you're essentially getting the Choice Scarf effect. You do have to take a hit in order to, like, get the Rain Dance up, but you take a hit, you're suddenly +1 speed, you're outspeeding a lot of things, you have 100% accurate Thunders to deal a ton of damage. There's not a lot living that doesn't immune it. Okay, I don't care if it's resisted. A Thunder from a base 173 special attack Pokemon is doing damage. We're not locked in like we are with Choice Scarf, so we can turn this thing into a complete sweeper. We can run the Dazzling Gleam for the dragons that resist water and electric. We have boosted Hidden Power Water for any ground types that want to come into us. It's a set that I really want to try out. I've never tried it myself, though I'd like to believe that it's going to be really good. The only downside is we have to live a hit. So we're running the Timid Nature to get as much speed as possible. We're going to be running... Its defenses are 71s. 83 and 71, it should be able to live one hit. It's not the most frail Pokemon you've ever seen in your life. It can live a hit, and it also depends on what we bring it in on, because most people are going to be expecting a Scarfed Xurkitree. So if they expect the Scarf, they might switch into their ground type. We can then set up the Rain Dance, we can then Hidden Power Water with super effective Rain boosted, Rain... You see how it's going to work, I'm sure. So we're not going to name Xurkitree, because I love all the Ultra Beast names, honestly. I just love their names. They don't need to be nicknamed or anything like that. They are perfectly fine. They are wonderful. They are great. I am not changing any of them. Instead, we are going to be thinking about what we're going to add to this team, because that Xurkitree was like the main thing I had in my mind. I really wanted to run that, because there's a lot of people running Z move conversion, Porygon Z. I wanted to try my own little stats move with Z Crystal, and that is what I came up with, and I hope that's going to put in the finest of work. So, let us see what else can fit onto this team, and hopefully destroy everything. So I still would like a Water type, not gonna lie. A Water type would still be very, very nice, because we do have that Ice weakness. We do really have the Ice weakness. I would like something to deal with Ice. Majourna is actually out now, isn't it? That's a crazy Pokemon to have. That is a very, very, very crazy Pokemon to have on the team. That's a strong, strong Pokemon. There's not a lot that's going to get much stronger than that. Plus, it's Fairy type. And this is the Mayor of Fairies, let's be truly honest. So I think a Majourna would be very, very nice. This can be run, I'm pretty sure. I've had this on a different team, so I know it's not banned or anything like that, because it's not 100% released yet. I mean, I think it comes out on the 5th. So, like, in 2 days' time. But, yeah, I don't think it's quite out yet. We're gonna run... Do we want to run Specs? Do we want to run Specs? You get Dazzling Gleam, you get Flash Cannon, so you have easy, nice double stab. We can run Aura Sphere for Steel types. And we can run Thunderbolt for... Stealer, essentially. That's essentially what we're running it for. And Skarmory, and I think Thunderbolt's the other move to run. Shadow Ball might have been useful, but I think that's fine. We can run you max special attack, max HP. Yes, I am fine with that set. But do we want to Specs you? That is the question. What item do we want to run on this thing? Because I don't know if Specs is what I want. Assault Vest could also be a thing. We could make this thing really specially tanky. Though, I mean, Muk isn't the bulkiest. We could also run Citrus Berry. We could just run a Citrus Berry. We really could. And just get that extra health proc. That would be really nice, not gonna lie. Or we could even run Air Balloon if we're that worried about ground type attacks. Are we worried about ground type attacks? Not in the slightest, really. Not in the slightest. I'm not worried about ground type attacks. We have 2 Pokemon weak to ground, but honestly, if a ground type comes in, then we get a swap into our Minior. So, it should be good against ground. We can pick up another Pokemon that can deal with ground as well, so I think we'll just run Citrus Berry, and we will worry about the ground type and ice type weakness we have. So, I would like a water type. Not gonna lie, a water type would be great. Any old water type, anything will do at this point. Just not Tapu Fini or Toxapex because I've seen so much of them and no one wants to see them after a point. They get to a point where they just become so overused that you get bored of them. Honestly, Pelipper. Honestly, Pelipper. Honestly, it's so weird to be saying that. It is so weird to be saying that, but Pelipper wouldn't even be bad. Would not even be bad. It has Drizzle, it has 100% accurate Hurricanes. Say we can't get the Rain Dance up with Xurkitree because we're afraid of something. We get the Rain up there and then we can swap into Xurkitree and have 100% accurate Thunders still. Why is Pelipper not bad? I wish Pelipper was bad right now. It is weak to Rock, which we have checks to. I think we're running a Pelipper. Yeah, I think we're running a Pelipper. Okay, yeah, we're doing this. This is weird to me. This is weird to me. I have not used a Pelipper yet. As strange as that is now, as strange as that is, because it is actually a very, very viable Pokemon nowadays. Which, yeah, that's actually crazy. But we can run Hurricane. We can run the Scald. Or Surf. Do we want the Burns? Yeah, we want the Burns. We could run Roost if we want to. Gets access to U-turns. We could even U-turn out. Oh, we're running the U-turn on it. Definitely, definitely, definitely. And I think we run Ice Beam. So a very offensive Pelipper. You are gonna be bulky, I think. There's no point making you fast, unless we make you Scarf Pelipper. Scarf Pelipper is not the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life. Scarf Pelipper is slightly viable. Slightly. Very, very slightly. But I think we already have a Pokemon with leftovers. I don't want to double up on items right now. I think we're good with this. Just what item is the only question. Running a Pelipper, just saying, weird, really, really weird. Have I mentioned that yet? I think I have. Do we have anything to like, I would say to take a super effective electric type attack, but let's be honest, we'll swap out if that happens. I think instead we just give you, I cannot think of an item to run on this thing. I think we're gonna just make you Scarfed. I think you're gonna be a Scarfed Pelipper right now. I think, yeah, you're gonna be a Scarfed Pelipper. That's so weird to me. But honestly, it has very powerful Hurricanes. It has very powerful Scalds because of the rain. It can U-turn out. Honestly, I like the Scarfed Pelipper. I think that's a team. I think that's a team. And we're calling you Pelipper. Because why not? Because why not? So that is going to be our team. This was very, very, very interesting. I really want to see the Xurkitree put in work. I want to see the Xurkitree put in work just as much as I want to see the Minior put in work. So I kind of want to have both of them sweep in one match. But we will see how that team goes. That is going to be the team building episode. If you guys have enjoyed, leave a like down below, hit that subscribe button, and without further ado, bye!